Welcome everyone, I'm Josemary from Molecular Cloud, and today we're interviewing our winners for the month of August, iGEM UPCH. So please tell us more about yourselves and your team and your project.
Hi everyone, I'm Jesus Duran. I'm the team leader of UPCH Peru iGEM team. I'm in charge of the Symbio group also. And also I'm a senior year biology student at Cayetano Heredia Peruvian University. And first of all, we want to thank you for the invitation. We are really excited to explain a little bit about our project and yes, answer all the questions you might have. So guys.
Be here. Oh, no, yeah. Hello, I am Isabel from Team UPCH Peru. I am the co-leader of the team. Well, I am in the same university as Jesus and all of us in the Peruvian Cayetano University. Well, we thank you a lot about inviting us.
Okay, well, in my case, yeah, hello, I'm Marita Ortiz. I'm just as Isabel and Jesus. I'm a student from the same university. I'm in charge of the collaboration and biosecurity side of the whole project. And just as they said, thank you again so much for all the help that you could bring to us. So yeah, that's it.
Student of chemistry in the same university, and as my teammate said, we are very thankful because of the sponsorship, and in the team I'm in charge of the subgroup of the activity test of our protein.
And so basically our team wanted to address the crop damage due to frost. Frost is a meteorological phenomenon in which the temperature decreases below 0 degrees Celsius. So currently in our country, there are no actual solutions for this problem, just traditional solutions like physical protection for the crops. So that's why we wanted to came up with a very creative and innovative way to deal with it, and using biotechnology also. So that's why we plan to develop an antifreezing product which will be based on antifreezing proteins and which will be expressed recombinantly. So that's our plan. We want this product to be applied externally to the crops. So it can act as a foliar fertilizer to prevent the formation of ice crystals in these crops. Yes.
Okay, and how are you going about extracting or isolating those antifreeze proteins? You said you're making them recombinantly?
Yes. Anyone?
Well, I maybe can, what I know by my side, because we are like separated in different like subgroups, if I can say it like that. And for example, in the case of Jesus, she's working the side of the molecular thing. So yeah, we're pretty much in the wet lab work still. We need to still kind of get into the part of producing, expressing the protein. So yeah, because of the pandemic, it had not been like the best moment to go to the lab and kind of like get advantage for all the time that we have now, just that we presently have, you know, go back again to our university. So yeah, we're still right at that point, even though we've had like some support from some resources here in Peru, like few people got very interested with our project because of all these advertisement and because we wanted them to vote for us. So I think even though we've not had like enough time to develop our protein still because of all this, we still got the opportunity to kind of interact with other people here, kind of to get to know about the farmers. So I would say that anyway, although we had all these obstacles, it has been a really good way to kind of get to know more about the context of the problem, you know? So yeah, that was, I think that's what I kind of take or kind of highlight from our process in this project.
Okay, okay. Thank you for telling us more about, how your projects has come along and how it's been affected by COVID. How would it look like, for example, for a mass distribution of the product? So you said you want to apply the antifreeze externally. So have you thought about what that might look like industrially if in the future, if this project would be to be developed further?
We've been working on that side of the project. We are, as with the context we were facing, as Marita said, with the pandemic, we couldn't develop it as much as we wanted. However, we started to think about how we could scale it or how to produce a more friendly product to the environment as well as the user. So we are still in that thinking about, like, doing brainstorming about the issue. Well, that's principally what we have done. About the other area, as she said, is to contact the interested ones. For example, the farmers that we have in the highlands of our country, we are starting asking them how they would like to use a product or something like that. So we are just at the beginning, but it may be promising.
Okay, that's really great, that you're providing that, you're reaching out to farmers to get that feedback to see what it would look like in the future. So are there any other aspects of your project that have perhaps gotten more focus because since there hasn't, since COVID put a limit on the wet lab applications, are there other aspects such as education or alternative aspects that your team has focused on?
Yes, we actually are elaborating some educational videos for a program in our country that is on air because of the pandemic. It's a program that the Education Ministry had invented actually because of the context. And we are elaborating some videos about biotechnology, about the scientific method, about how we discover the problem of frost, and how works our solution that we are trying to develop.
That's excellent. So you're pretty much creating awareness of everything going on while also providing science communication and science education. Is there anything about your project that you would really like the audience to know? Anything?
Well, I think that especially because of the context of COVID, our project kind of get to create or generate more awareness about how science could help solve some solutions that would be really complex and might never had been taken or kind of be taken in importance. For example, this case of the frosts and how it could damage crops. And I think people really never thought, or maybe it was just not that important for the government to kind of implement some scientific methods and kind of like get a solution that would be more scientific. So I think that's really cool because we're slowly kind of like adding this topic of science, and because of these programs, these learning programs that we're developing with the Ministry of Education, we're kind of like letting people to be more interested in science, which is really cool. Actually, I think we've never had that opportunity before, so that's really nice and cool to kind of give some opportunity to people to get introduced for science or into science. Sorry.
That's really awesome that you can, bring people into this world that may have previously not been exposed to it, but because of COVID, there's an opportunity to, engage your audience, engage your, fellow citizens, and not only educate them on your project and your initiative and how you can provide a sustainable solution, but also, other realms of science, which are vast.
That's right.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you guys would like to share with the audience in regards to your project?
Well, we would like to thank you all of the persons who are viewing this interview. Well, just like as all countries just starting in the iGEM way. I mean, Peru before like 2 or 3 years wasn't competing or wasn't present in the competition. Well, it has made a change, and we could perceive it because without of this competition, we wouldn't have started being or creating more awareness about biotechnology or any kind or science in general, which was kind of like left to in other place because that's kind of boring. But we have discovered that it's not like that. It's very interesting and very engaging, and it's important for everybody.
Awesome. Well, it's definitely our pleasure, to provide the sponsorship and, help your team succeed and have, better opportunities and chances in your research. So, it's our pleasure, and you're very welcome on our part. Thank you so much for meeting with me today for this interview. No problem. And congratulations again for winning our sponsorship for the month of August.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
No problem. Take care.